associations. Association using CDS. So if you all focus on, in our last session, we saw the joins concept. We saw other features also in CDS views, and we saw joins concept. So what is a association? Association is also a special kind of joins, or a kind of joins to fetch data from multiple tables on the join condition. But they are specially join on demands. Very important stuff. Join on demands. That is, they will only be triggered when the user would access the required data, which needs the association of the tables. So they are a special kind of joins which do not triggers automatically, but when user is specially requesting for it, then this association will trigger the join and then it will return the data. Then it is going to return the data. So they are special kind of joins, join on demands. When you implement a join condition, automatically you hit multiple tables to get the data. But when we are talking about associations here, associations are join on demands. When we will uh, explicitly request for it, then it is going to return the output. So here there are mainly two types of association. One is called as lazy association, and another one is ad hoc association. Yeah. So this is a special join on demand. Join on demand and only triggers when user request explicitly. Yeah. So this helps in improving performance by avoiding unnecessary, can say here, unnecessary data retrieval compared to traditional join operation. Join operation. This is considered one of the key feature of CDS to optimize the data access. Let's take one example. I will open the system. And we will open the Eclipse. So suppose I have one requirement here to display the sales order data from your sales order header and sales order item, right? Let's see this. And let's try to implement our association using the same. Pass the system credential. And my package core data services and data definition. I will create a new one. So Z association CDS. CDS view with association. Next, I will select the request and normal view and finish it. Right. As usual, we are going to pass our DDL view name here. So Z view, DDIC, make it 23. 23 is there, 24. Yeah. This will be my primary sales order header. So from it, I can simply bring key Veblen, date, time, username, etc. 4 column I am taking out of sales order header. Then we are going for association. So here you will be giving association to item table VBAP and a alias for association. So let's say I'm giving association PDS association. Yeah, it looks good. This is the alias I'm giving for this. On dollar projection, that is the keyword for it. Dot
Amrit,
here. Yes, tell me.
just one question. Yeah, in line number 8, association to the VVAP as underscore will be the previous state. I mean to say that this is the syntax, right? As
No,
underscore
see,
CDS and
let me just explain that. When we create an internal table, generally you can go for IT also, any name also, but most preferred one is LT, correct?
Mhm.
So that is also a general recommendation for using the association when we are talking about aliases here. Now it's totally up to you which one you go for.
Okay, without I mean to say that before CDS, I can remove this underscore also, right?
See, this is a alias name. When
Okay.
we talk about when we talk about CDS, aliases are always preferred because this CDS I might be consume it in a interface view. I might consume it in a consumption view later on. So at that time, this is going to really help us. We will
But this
come to
is
that. Yes, yes.
But this
Tell
is
me.
not a mandatory that we need to put the before. I mean to say that the before CDS there you put the underscore, so that is not required. It as the base practice we should follow that before
Yes,
CDS.
yes. That's the same thing. Correct. Okay. Now, this is the keyword here, dollar projection. Here, dollar projection is referring to the primary table, which is my VBAK. And the common column we already know is VBELN here. So is equal to my alias name that I'm giving here, alias name dot VBELN, VBELN. Now, system is giving one issue here. The association is not used. So we can just pass a association name here. Yes. Can simply pass the association name. Let's activate it and let's see the problem. So now if I execute and if I try to check the output here, let's see this. You see here, it is displaying me the data of my sales header, Veblen, ERDAT, ERZDT, ERNUM. But this association which I am passing here, it is not being used. We are not getting any data. And until and unless I will right click on it and I will request for the association, this join on demand will not be implemented. And now if I am clicking on it, then I will specially get all the Veblen data here. See, all the VBAP records, which is there in the system. They are a special join on demand. That's why it is called lazy association also.
Amrit, I have one question over here.
Mm-hmm.
What is basically what is the use of this lazy association? Suppose if I just want to consume this CDSV into my one for creating one report, so that time this join will not appear right correctly.
I will come to that. That's why two types we have given here. See, they are not like a special types. This is something developers has defined based on the use case of it. If it is like this way, it is called lazy association because it will not trigger automatically. If you are just using the name that you have given for this association, it's just lazy association. Now, if I try to consume it the same thing in a ABAP program, it will work in the same way. It is not going to trigger it. So if I create here a ABAP program, next, Zoom CDS, Zoom CDS association. So if I write here queries, select from my Z association CDS 01 to data LTCDS, just the same. If I display it, so if I run again, it's the same problem here. Manually, it is not going to trigger. It's not a here. See, I don't want to hit this table until and unless user is asking for it. That's a special case. That is why it is called association. Otherwise, we can go for joins also. So here, that is why it is getting called a lazy one. Until and unless we specially ask for it, it is not going to trigger. But when we are talking about ad hoc association, just a simple definition is here. Now you can simply pass the columns which you are looking for using the association. Let's say I'm making it item number, the same CDS association, material number. Then it becomes a ad hoc association here. The columns which you need, you can simply mention it one by one here. So here it is a way to add separate fields to a CDS view similar to a join condition. Similar to a join condition. Now this association only asks for these two columns, not for all. So if you check here, you do the activation and now you go for it. So these two columns will also be added with this association. The same thing will happen with your ABAP program also. Item number and material number. So if we differentiate these two things, either you can call them only association, or if you want to break down, you can break down them into these two parts. So an ad hoc association is in CDS is a way to add the separate fields to a CDS view similar to a join using period, which is my dot operator. That's something we can go for it here as a association or ad hoc association. Correct. Okay. It's okay. Kuntal. It's okay?
Yeah, okay for me.
Yeah.
Just one request, please. I think if you have already told, can you please repeat once again that compiler underscore compare field is equal to true? What this annotation means in line number two?
Filter condition.
Yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes.
annotation I have not explained. We'll do it later on
Okay,
one by one. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, we'll do it later on. Right now, there are some cases we need to wrap up first. We'll do that later on. Okay. Next one we have here after association. Uh, Association will come again. First, union and union all in CDS. Union and union all in CDS. What this is going to say? In CDS view, union and union all are used to combine the result set of two or more select queries, but they have some key differences. Both of them are used for the same purpose, but both of them have some key differences here. Very first one, union. So what is union going to do? Union will remove the duplicate records from the result set. Union will remove the duplicate records from the result set. Second thing, performs the implicit distinct operation. So it
Uh,
only returns the, yes,
just
you are
like a
saying,
just like a left outer join, right? Left inner join.
left inner join. What is the
Because
concept of left inner join?
because I think that is a normal join, not a left inner join. Normal join, that is, it will remove the duplicate record and it will, I mean to say that perform the distance operation also, right?
We are not, see, when you talking about join is just a single select query, correct? Here we are talking about union. So two different select queries can be there. But what it is going to do, if there is any duplicate records in both of them, it will simply remove. And because of this, what we see here, it might have a performance overhead because here it is going to do some extra work for removing this duplicate record. So some performance overhead can be there due to additional step of eliminating duplicate duplicates. That is also possible. Yeah. So let's see this how it is going to work. Unions, correct? Another data definition here. So union CDS. CDS view with union. Next. Uh, View. Finish. So 23 and it will be 25. Then review did it. Yeah. So now if I say, if I'm talking about the same, let's say Mara and MAKT table, this is one query here. We can have another query. So union select from MAKT. Yeah. Select from MAKT. Now I know for each material number, if I check my tables that we have, see this. If I'm opening the table, and I'm going for material master header table. So if you check this, Suppose this is my material number, EWMS for hyphen 0. And if I'm going for MAKT table, let's check this. We have two things always. One is our German language, and the second one is the English language here, right? Now, if I try to fetch these two fields, let's see what is going to happen. I'm looking for the same material number from here. And also from this one, I'm looking for the same material number, which is not mandatory. Let's activate it. So from both the one, I just want material number. Let's see what is going to happen. Will it return the duplicate, or only it is going to find out the single one? See, T010, T011, T012, T13, T14. But if I am marking here, if I am going back and if I turn it into union all, so it will just bring me all the records. So if I'm going for run as app application, so here you have T010. Wait, there is some issue here. After that, it might be returning SP01, T010, 12, 13, 14. This union one is not working. Material number is there. Just a second. Let me check it. 22, 901. Times. SGPI 005. About this means returning the same. Good. Well, no. Not distinct valid on writing duplicate, it is not returning. There is some issue here. Okay, let me check on my employee table. Employee tab, ID, and my item project details, and then employee ID. So now if I do it, yeah, see this one, my custom table. That is more better to explain here. So if we check this header table that I have created, see, we have only one primary key for each one, employee ID, and it is separate for each one, right? If I am taking my item table here, if I am taking my item table here, details, execution. So for each one, we have here three values, correct? For each employee ID, we have here three values. And now if I'm implementing here joins, just see this with union all. I'm getting all these employee IDs one by one. 2, 3 here. This one, this one. So this will return you all the duplicate records here. If you remove this union all, it will do the distinction here. So if you remove this, now only the separate results. The system what only the separate result.
This separate result is for which table? That is, suppose 112 is applicable in 112. The employee ID is in your employee table as well as the employee item table also, right?
Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying here. When we are talking about union only, it is just going to return you the distinct results. If let's say like this way, if 101 is there in first one and 101 is there like this way in the second one. So all of them become common then, correct?
Hmm.
All of them became common. So it is only going to return you only one record because of this union. But when we are talking about union all, it will return all these four, all these values. So here we can go for multiple operation as well using these two things. Can go for multiple operations as well using these two things. Correct? So lots of operations are there using this CDS views. We are just trying to go through each one by one. This is for union. Association, if we have another one here. So association of one CDS view on top of another one. One CDS on top of another. That is also possible. You create one CDS view and then you, if you want, you can just consume it in another one. Yeah. So here what we can do, we can create one CDS view and then we can implement association on that CDS view using another one. That part we can also do. So let's do the same here. I will create one more new data definition. The CDS association we created 02 association in CDS. So if I go for next here, I'm selecting this view right now, finish. And this view data dictionary 26. So here I have my Mara table. Let's say I have my Mara table and I'm implementing join on it. This is my base. So I'm implementing an inner join on it with MAKT and on Mara.matner is equal to MAKT.matner. This is my first CDS view where my key is material number. So Mara.matner as material key Mara.matner as material. Then Mara.mtart as material type. And then I'm using MAKT.sprs as language and MAKT.mktx as material description. This is a very normal CDS view with inner join, correct? Let's create it and execute it. Implemented joins here. We have the two columns of Mara and two columns of MAKT, right? So this is my base CDS view. On top of it, we can create another CDS view also use, and we can implement association here. So I can just create a new CDS view here. The association 3 and association in CDS. And implement, view, and finish it. So I can give a new DDIC 27, and we can have here so what will be my data source? Let's say I want to fetch the data from VBAP also. Now, so we can implement association to our this CDS view name Z association CDS 02. I think this is the name. Yeah, we can give a alias name here. So CDS association, and we can implement association. So dollar projection dot material. Now please understand the situation. Here you have given the alias. What is the alias you have given for this primary key?
Material.
Material. So when you are using it into a different one, there it will be treated as this one only. Material is equal to, and also whatever name you are going to give inside this one. So here, let's say I am naming it key. Babylon is my key. So VBELN is equal, sorry, as sales document number. Then I'm using item number. So Forgener, this one is also a key. So key as item number. Then the third one, which is the common here, Matner. Matner. So whatever name I'm going to give here, material number, whatever name I'm going to give here, this is the name which we will be using. So when we are talking about this dollar projection, this dollar projection refers to the base one. Base is VBAP here. So inside this CDS view from VBAP, we are naming it material number. So the same name will become here. And when we are talking about this association, we are referring to this base CDS view. So inside that, if I'm going, what's the name we have given? We have given this name here as material. So the same thing we will have to use here. CDS association dot material. And now I can simply give here this association name so that we can use it in future. So that we can use it in future. This thing we can, it is ready now. So if I activate, let's see, if I will execute, it will show only 3. So if I'm going for run as above application, these 3 columns are appearing. And let's say I'm going for the very first one, follow association, and I will go for my CDS view here. I will get this, all the columns out of my base CDS view. All the columns out of my base CDS view. Correct? Are you all getting it? Are you all getting it?
Yes, Amrit, for me.
What about other Soumya, Manish,
Yes, sir.
Rashmi Ranjan, Dhanlakshmi? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now let's see another case. Now, if I try to consume it in a ABAP program, there how I can refer to the columns. If I have already opened one program, let me check. Should be here. Mhm. Should be there. Program was there. This one. So here now let's say I want to refer to these columns. This is my CDS view name. So if I'm going for program name, we have given sales document number, item number, and material number, correct? So if I write it like this way, sales document number, item number, material number from my association CDS, and I will store it. It is going to return me the output. So activation, and if I check run as a web application, it will return me these three columns, correct? All these three columns. But the question here is, how will I refer to this association from the program? If I want those columns out of this, if I want to fetch the data from my base CDS view, how will I do? So you are going to use this. You are simply going to use this. And there, how you will use it? Comma, backward slash is used along with the association name, and then you can use the hyphen to check the column names. So my material was there, CDS association. Second, what was the name? Uh, SPRS as a language key, we have given the name. So we can just go for the same. Sorry, I'm putting it at a wrong place. It will be after this. Language. Yeah. So this slash operator along with your association name, and then you can call it. The beauty of this code is until and unless we are going to refer to this association, system will not ask for it. So we might use it in future in any other CDS views. We might use it in future in any other CDS view. So now if I check run as web application, getting these columns which I'm asking. See, two columns, but because we have given a separate name, we are able to print them, but they are just the same. Right? Two columns which we have given a separate name here, we are able to use them. Correct? Any questions here? Any questions? So is there any question? Anyone, please? Is it okay for everyone? It is okay?
Yes, Amrit, it's okay for me.
Yeah. Next thing is, now this is a view, correct? And it is returning me the output. So we can consume CDS as a service. CDS as a service. Earlier, we were creating any service from SEGW transaction code. We were simply going there and we were simply using it, right? Now, using CDS, there are two ways to create a service. So when I say the very first one, using annotation. Second one is create service definition. This is the new one. And then create service binding. We'll come to this later on. Right now, let's see this. So SAP has given one annotation which will turn our CDS view into a service. So what you see here, the name of the annotation is @odata.publish equal to true. And what the system is going to do, the name of your service that it will return will be CDS view name underscore CDS. This will be the name of your service that system will return. Second thing, this service will not be in active status. So we will have to manually activate it and register it from /n/IWFND slash mint underscore service T code. Yeah. So if you see here, the CDS we just created, CDS association 02, control shift A, V association CDS 02. This is just to be created to display these four things, correct? Right? I can call other columns also, mara.mbr research as industry sector, mara.mechanical as material group, unit. So now we can simply refer here one another annotation @odata dot publish equal to true. And now if I activate it, see what is going to happen. So here, turn your old CDS into a service. So if we activate, yeah, object is ready. See, there automatically the system is going to give you one warning. And what is it saying? The name, please check the name. This is my CDS view name underscore CDS. What it is saying, this service is not active. So we need to manually activate it. And how do we do the activation? When we created our OData service, how we did the activation? So let's open Control 6. I will open the GUI. I will go to this /n/IWFND /mint underscore service. And I'm going to add the service here. Add service. System alias will be local. Pass your service name, the same name, CDS view underscore CDS, and click on get services. Now we will select it and add it. Pass the package and click on OK. So it will do the registration. And now my service is created and all the metadata of it has been loaded. So now if I want, I can test it. So if I go back here and if I look for the filter, my service name, check for it. Our service is ready. We can simply check it by using the link. So I'll call the gateway first. Gateway client. Here my entity set will be the CDS view name. And we can just pass the question mark dollar format equal to JSON to test it. See, it will return all the values as a view now. You can utilize this link directly from your system also. You can test it from the Chrome. Format equal to JSON. My name. Is it a service? Is it a service?
Uh, it is not a service, it is a view. That's what I understand, right? But
Yes,
it
it
acts as
is.
a service, yeah.
What does a service is going to do? It is exposing your data on the browser, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The view, we turned it into a service
Correct.
by just a single annotation. I just passed the name of the annotation here. OData.publish equal to true. Then it will turn this into a service which we need to register and activate. We went to the transaction code, activate and maintain services. We added it and now it is ready to use.
And Amrit, if you just run this in here, so is it will it throw any error?
Why it will show an error?
Here also it is showing.
Here it will work as a CDSP, but because of
Okay.
it, now it
Mm-hmm.
can be exposed.
Through the service, okay.
Yes, now it
Got
can
it.
be exposed through the service also. Is it a something difficult? Just a single annotation, right? So you can simply expose your services also. And I will be explaining the types of CDS views. At that time, I will show this one also. But right now, this, yeah, correct. This can be used. So it looks good. Yeah. Any question for today? Yes, Kuntal, please.
No,
It's okay, right?
it's
So please go through it. See, CDS has lots of features to do that. And I might not be able to explain 100%, but I'm trying to give you each and everything out of it. So we have from the tomorrow, we will just complete this part and then we will start with the CDS entities because this view is obsolete. If you recall, every time when we create, but we see there that this is done. I'll see explain why it is not available anymore. So whenever you create any CDS, you see the same problem. And this is obsolete, correct? Tomorrow we are going to check why it is obsolete and we will create a new one.